Okay, YouTube. So today we're gonna make a cornmeal pudding, and as you guys know, we're under quarantine, so we have to use what we have. So normally I would use the refined cornmeal, but you don't have that today, so we're just gonna use the rough cornmeal. All right, we put a little bit of flour inside of it already, and about 2 pounds of cornmeal. We're gonna make a big pudding, so about 2 pounds of cornmeal, a little bit of flour, and we're gonna put the other ingredients in. We're gonna just show you the ingredients that we're gonna use today for the pudding. So here we have our sugar, a little vanilla, a little cinnamon powder, you have to have your nutmeg. We have a little butter, a little salt, and a dash of red label. Just might put a little white rum in it, depends. So that's all the ingredients we're gonna use for today for the cornmeal pudding. So we're gonna go ahead now and get this sieve, because we don't want to have any lumps and stuff in it. So we're gonna sieve this. Oh yes, I'm leaving out the coconut milk. So we also have our coconut milk, freshly blended coconut, so that's the ingredients for the cornmeal pudding today. All right, so we're gonna get the cornmeal sieved out and come back. I'm also the videographer, so I'll have to pause now and sieve the cornmeal and come back to you guys. In the meantime, you can just subscribe to our YouTube channel for more ideas, see how we do our thing and all of that. And if when this cornmeal pudding is finished and you like how it comes out, then you can share it. Okay guys, we're back with a little TV magic. See, the cornmeal is all refined now, so we sieve the rough cornmeal to prevent lumps and to get a better texture. While we were off camera, we went ahead and we grated the nutmeg, so we're gonna also sieve the nutmeg. We're gonna also sieve the nutmeg. And here we are using about 3/4 of a nutmeg. Okay, so there you have it. You don't want any to be biting on any lumps, any chunks of nutmeg. So that's that. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and put our wet ingredients together, and now we're gonna put the cinnamon powder in the dry ingredients also. Yes, just almost forgot. But we're gonna put the sugar in the coconut milk so we can have it dissolve out. Alright, just a little cinnamon powder. We don't want a lot. We don't want to overpower the flavor of the pudding. Remember, it's a cornmeal pudding, so we still want it to taste like a cornmeal pudding. We don't want it to taste like a cinnamon pudding. So just a little. Okay, now we're gonna put our wet ingredients together. We're gonna also add the salt to this, because we wanna taste it before we actually add the cornmeal. So gonna put a little salt Then we're gonna add our vanilla, just a little. Then we're gonna add our sugar. Remember, it's a cornmeal pudding. We want a little sweetness, so not a lot still, but we want to can taste the sugar also. Alright, so now we're gonna put our red label, just a little. Alright, we're gonna combine all this wet ingredients together. Alright, so we're gonna taste it. Can take a little more salt. You know what? We're gonna put a little more red label. You don't have to worry about the alcohol because it's baking, so it's gonna, you're not gonna taste it a lot. Yes, so that's the taste we are going for. Okay, so now we're gonna pour the wet to the dry, just a little at a time. We don't want it to lump on us. So we're gonna take our little time and pour it. Pour a little more. And by using this method, you don't show more liquid than you actually want in it. But we're supposed to have the right amount of liquid, and as you guys notice, we didn't actually measure. We just a little this, a little that. That's the real Jamaican style. It's not like we have an exact amount of vanilla, exact amount of sugar. You just add to taste, to your preference. Okay, so we're make sure we get everything together. Throw a little more of the liquid. You guys wanna just smell this right now. Smells so nice, and it's not even in the oven as yet. One sure way to know if you have a winner in baking is when it's in the oven. You can see a mile and smell what's going on. First time at the country when your neighbor is cooking and the food smells great and your neighbor wants some, you hear she ball out, "Miss Matty, how are you that cook smell so sweet?" Alright, away Miss Matty would know that she would have to leave a little for her neighbor. So yes guys, so basically we're gonna just we're gonna go off camera to completely mix out this, and then we're gonna come back and show you the texture, the finished texture. So it's gonna take a little while to mix out, and I don't want to bore you guys with all this mixing. Okay, alright, so we have it all mixed out now, and this is how it looks. This is the texture that we want. Some people say it's kind of too runny, but remember, it's the rough cornmeal, so we still want it to be a little bit soft. So what we're gonna actually do, we have one more ingredient to add. We're gonna add a little melted butter to this, and then it will be ready for the oven. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead right now and get my oven prepared. You know, I'm gonna put it on 350 Fahrenheit and get it all warmed up. This pudding is gonna take us like an hour to an hour and a half to be ready, you know. So we're gonna check on it in about maybe an hour. We're gonna check on it and see how it's doing. So we're gonna go ahead now and get our oven prepared. We're back. We have the oven preheated. Now we also grease our baking tin, floured it, so maybe we're trying to prevent sticking on the bottom. So now we're gonna add our mixture to our baking tin and put it in the oven. Alright, remember I told you guys it's a big pudding. Very big. Get everything out. If we had raisins, now we'd add them at this time, but we have to just use what we have. Another little trick that we normally do when we are baking cornmeal pudding in the oven is cover it with foil paper. It actually bakes a little faster and soaks a little better. So after about an hour, you won't need to put back the foil paper on the pudding. So we are now gonna put it in. Okay, so we're gonna now leave that for about an hour, and then we're gonna check on it. After an hour, this is what the pudding look like. So we're gonna pour a little coconut mixture with coconut, little coconut milk, little sugar on the top. You know, little glaze. You wanna glaze your cornmeal pudding. Okay, so we're gonna put back this in the oven for another 15 to 20 minutes, and then it's gonna be ready. After an hour and about 25 minutes, this is the finished product. This is what it looks like. So we're gonna wait a minute for it to cool down, and then we're gonna cut it so you can see the inside what it looks like. Alright, we have went ahead and took out 2 slices of the pudding. So we're just gonna show you guys how soft and how it looks. Alright, so you can see we have the glaze on the top, you know, and this is the texture of it. I don't know if the camera is gonna let you guys see, but this is it. Soft, you know, and it was made by the rough cornmeal. So the rough cornmeal doesn't stop you from getting a nice and soft pudding. Okay.